All right, folks, good evening, everybody. Please share that you are watching. It is Juan. Thursday night, episode 9, Cranston PD Live. We are once again riding with Sergeant Corvesi. If you are, we're going to start off just with the Rhode Island crowd. You can share where you're watching from.
Right, 3. Wellington and Kane, 674-556.
Folks, again, it's Thursday evening, January 5th, episode 9, coming up on 8 o'clock in the East. If you're in Rhode Island, you can put where you're watching Rhode Island. We have people in other states. We have people actually in other countries. I have some shout-outs I'm going to do a little bit later. Again, you're looking Cranston, Rhode Island, Cranston PD Live. We're once again with Sergeant Corvesi, who was just telling me, folks, now the last time we rode was New Year's Eve, which was last Saturday night. Seems like a long time ago. But right after we had signed off, all hell broke loose in the city.
That's a lack of better terms, yes. That's a good way to put it.
A lot of different things broke open,
yes,
I should say.
Yes, it was very, you were the good luck charm for the few hours I was with you.
But 4 arrests in 2 hours.
Yes, that's correct.
A variety of different things.
Yes, so we had some domestic violence related offenses. We had a few DUIs, and we had some people just, acting out too intoxicated.
Folks, it was right after we had signed off. But again, it's Thursday evening. We have just started. Everybody's underway. There's Connecticut checking in.
There's 9-12-6.
We're on Park Avenue now. We'll take you through. We'll see what the night brings.
You all set?
Okay. All set. Thank you.
Sergeant Corvesi, does that happen sometimes where things are... Now, again, it was relatively quiet, but then all of a sudden, boom, like things just start going on.
Absolutely. Out of nowhere, you could go from every, not much going on at all. So, you could probably have tumbleweeds blowing in the wind to, you need to clear calls relatively quickly to get to other calls to render services. Last week it got pretty busy in a very quick amount of time with some high priority calls.
We had talked about New Year's Eve and potentially some DUI calls, and it sounds like that ended up that did happen that night.
Yeah, so there was some intoxicated operators. Again, we had what's referred to as blue riptide enforcement. Those are enforcements that are from grants from the Rhode Island Department of Transportation and through NHTSA, which is the National Highway Transportation. So we had some officers out there directed towards driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs or related offenses, and they didn't come up short. They made a few arrests on that.
Oh. And then also, no shortage of various calls involving weapons.
Yes. So again, we had some domestic related incidents. We had some incidents involving mental health. We also had, one of those incidents involved a subject who briefly was locking himself or barricading himself in his house with a knife. But we were able to render that a safe scene and make an arrest without any incident.
Have things maybe quieted down a little bit since the holiday?
Absolutely. Honestly, that night, there was, like I said, 4 arrests in 2 hours, numerous calls for service, officers flying everywhere, and after that, kind of dulled out.
Good.
And it was right as the ball was dropping.
Oh, wow. January, it is dry out, somewhat mild. It's not that it's not freezing cold.
Oh no, it's not too bad at all.
Yeah.
It's actually, this is like beach weather right now, surprisingly.
Folks, share that you're watching.
That's a lot of
time, yeah.
That's 11.
G5 Cranston and Chestnut Hill, George King 141.
That's what's
Car's not coming back.
S10, yellow, that's left. That's what's up.
So your plate's on registered. Do you have your license on you, registration for your vehicle? Yes. Hopefully it's just a discrepancy, but we could check it out, right? You just bought it? That's a temporary one, yeah.
Folks, share that you are watching.
Your registration will be on a white form. It'll be like on a white form that, no. It'll say State of Rhode Island on the top of it. I can pull it up on my computer, yeah. So, yeah, what I see is exactly what the DMV will see, so I'll check that out and let you know, okay?
All right, folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live with Sergeant Cardisi. Share that you're watching. It is Juan.
Can you check on an SD vehicle parked in the driveway at 25 Pleasant Street? It's going to be a white Mazda, Rhode Island X-Ray Harry 656. Supposedly from the caller, it doesn't belong there. It's unoccupied. Registered out of Westerly.
All right, so it looks like their registration had just lapsed. It's not a huge deal, you know. This isn't a capital offense, but at least we can let the motorists know that, hey, your registration lapsed. You can go online and go on to the Rhode Island DMV website, renew it, and this would clear it. She has no prior driving offenses. Her history's clean. So these are things that I would look for when I use my discretion.
All right, folks, let's go see what he tells the motorist.
Registration expired in November 30th, okay? But I'm not going to give you a ticket about it, okay? I'm not going to give you no ticket. Just go on the DMV website. You can renew your registration there, okay? So it should rectify it pretty quickly, okay? You've never been, you have no driving history, so. Yes. Well, that's the inspection sticker. That's not the registration. Those are separate things. But it's, like I said, just go on the website, renew it, okay? Have a great night.
Hey, Sergeant Juan and the Paisan. How you guys doing? What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Much, how are you?
There he
All
is.
set, sir? Have a good night.
All right, Sergeant.
All right, have a good night, sir.
All right. I like that. Juan and the Paisan.
That's 11 tonight.
Yep.
So expired registrations are different from suspended or canceled registrations or no active registration. So expired registrations is, hey, I'm supposed to register my vehicle. It just lapsed. I'm still in the grace period where it's not canceled or not suspended. So those, you know, you're able to use your discretion on that. when it comes to a suspended registration or a vehicle that's not registered, those are, a little bit more serious than that. Those are the vehicles that should not be on the roadway at all, should not be traveling, and they either don't match the vehicle or they've been lapsed for a while.
Folks, saying good evening on this Thursday. You're watching Cranston PD Live. We are, once again, this Juan. We're riding with Sergeant Cordesi. It is Thursday night, rather mild out. First week of 2023. I want to give some shout outs. We received, let me go through, let's see, Walpole Police Department. Shout out to them. They like watching Cranston PD Live. Obviously, a number of the different police departments in Rhode Island. Then we also have Lyme, Connecticut. We also have Paramus, New Jersey, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Shout out to them as well, folks. Again, let's watch and see what happens on this Thursday night.
Good.
Good.
You change that to a trespass complaint to the first of the night. I have my number, I'll be 10-8, en route to Pleasant Street.
So generally, this is a pretty busy area, especially in the summertime. Again,
That's my headquarters.
winter changes the dynamic of everything.
Okay, no Pleasant. I'll be all set. Yeah. 7 received.
I received a good one.
8 7. 10 for 8. 207.
207.
Sounds like by and
handle
large.
a notification for North Attleboro PD regarding a shoplifting incident. You're going to be looking for a Carlos Cruz at number 8 Sumner Ave.
Careful.
Holidays have come to an end. January can be a rough month for a lot of people with
Absolutely.
depression, bills coming due. The excitement of the holidays has come to an end.
Yeah, I think a lot has to do with, again, like you said, financial. The holidays are coming to an end. Families depart, go back to where they're either from, or they don't come around, and again, financial situations come to light. So it's definitely a tough time. Or it can be a good time, and you're happy with the holidays are over.
That's
so
right.
You could be either or.
Sounds like the city made it through the holidays without any major incidents.
Yeah, absolutely. It wasn't like Thanksgiving. Definitely wasn't like Thanksgiving.
No. Which could have set the tone for the holiday.
Oh, absolutely.
Has this week had a sense of like normalcy returning with the kids back to school? And so?
Absolutely. But again, like that could also go one of two ways. You know, sometimes when the kids are home from school, it's more busier for calls for service, but kids are out roaming, playing, and doing stuff that kids usually do. And then other times, when they're back in school, they're with their friends, and things are happening. School buses are commuting, so like school bus involved accidents. There's a whole nother dynamic of things that occur that also make it busy. Traffic, people going to the school, speeding in the school zone, stuff like that.
Folks, again, it is Thursday night. Want to give a shout out Manchester Police Department. Say they enjoy watching Cranston PD live.
Negative NCIC. The owners of the property are going to take care of it themselves.
Yep.
Also, a lot of Connecticut. Foxborough Police, shout out to them. We have our Texas Rangers. New Year's Eve, we had Australia for the first time.
That's awesome.
It's the first cameo we've had of Sergeant Leclerc.
Yeah. Sometimes you catch kids over here loitering and younger, like juveniles smoking marijuana, coming here, hang out. But you never know what you can get into. Sometimes they're just hanging out here. Sometimes people are just on narcotics deals. So it's a little nice area I like to check out.
Important for the residents' quality of life.
Exactly.
Seems like Garden City had a successful holiday season.
Yes, very busy. There were, as anticipated. Like I mentioned, that's like accident haven over there, motor vehicle accident haven with, people hitting parked cars because they're so many people are down there when they're parking. But again, we kept that to a dull roar. There was a lot of security down there, directed enforcement, and we provided a lot of security, so I think it worked out. It's the ultimate goal.
Important for the retailers and the shopping experience.
Oh, absolutely. It's great for the businesses because if you're a business and you want to move or relocate to a certain area, I think you take into consideration safety of the business and the location in the area, and to ensure it's desirable. You could tell definitely by Monday night, the night before kids returned to school, because Monday was considered the holiday.
Yes.
You could tell that people were just tired, getting ready for the next day, and clocked out.
Good. Nothing wrong with peace and quiet in the city.
No.
So Cranston Police got a huge grant we saw for mental health.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Like I said, a lot of the issues that we deal with are, I don't know the exact percentage off the top of my head. I don't want to speak inaccurately.
Sure.
but a great deal of the calls that we deal with involve mental health or have a basis that begins with mental health. So it's great that we have that. I think it's a much needed resource, and it shows that the way that our department's moving in and evolving with the times. It's just us staying on top of our game, essentially. And the Colonel does an excellent job with that, and our command staff with just, finding the necessary resources to stay up with the times and stay ahead of the game.
Does it just seem like there's more calls that come in for mental health, or maybe since you've been on the force, is it more calls coming in?
Oh, I would definitely say since I've been on that more things are becoming classified as mental health. And I also believe that there's a great deal of things that are sometimes overlooked that have initiated because of a mental health call, or like people not having the adequate resources that they need to have a standard quality of life. And that's what our CIT unit does. They don't only go out just to remedy the mental health situations, but they also go out and provide resources so that people can have a better quality of life, thus eliminating the use or emergency services.
208. 22 headquarters. See the lieutenant for arraignments.
207, I'll be clearing your room, and I can handle your arraignments.
Definitely.
How difficult is it when a
Favors.
suspect maybe barricades themselves into a home with some kind of a weapon?
Well, it's very difficult because there's a lot of unknowns that we have to take into consideration. When that happens, we don't have all the information that's going on inside of the house. Who's in the house? Are there animals in the house? Where's the subject located? Are they, or is, are firearms readily accessible to them? Are there kids in the house, which is a huge one? You don't want to go busting in a house, and you encounter kids, that could change a child's life. So there's a lot of things that we have to take into consideration, and first and foremost, our own safety, because if we're not safe, then we're not able to get the job done, and like everyone else, we want to also go home at night. So there's a lot of factors to take into consideration. There's a lot of tactical factors. There's a lot of things we have to take into consideration to keep the scene safe.
In that particular, did the suspect end up surrendering and coming out?
He did. The guys did an excellent job all around that night. Between the calls for service, the up and down adrenaline rushes, they did an absolutely awesome job. That's 11.
That's 11.
G5, George David 936. I'll be mobile on Elmwood.
Definitely.
Folks, share that you are watching.
Thank you, sir. I only stopped because of the red light there on Park Ave at Wellington.
Yeah, I think I pushed it.
It happens. You got your registration with you, sir?
Yes,
The car insured?
Yes, sir.
I've given the information to Carlos, his girls, and brother who informed me he would not be calling nobody.
Yes.
That does look like...
That's it.
let me see the front. No,
Folks, I'm going to back up just a little bit. You're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan with Sergeant Cordesi. Please share that you're watching. Thank you for the stars, folks, on this Thursday night. It's mild out. We are once again back on the streets of Cranston. Once again, if you're new tuning in, you can put city you're watching, state you're watching, country you're watching. We'll find out from the sergeant.
So this gentleman, very nice gentleman, he admitted that he may have pushed it a little bit going through the light. He has had a prior ticket recently, and looks like he may have used his good driving history. However, he'll be getting cited tonight because moving violations, you know, these are the violations that lead to car accidents, and we try to deter that and prevent that from happening. That's 11 on 2.
That's 11.
Next, Cranston Municipal Court date, please.
228.
Folks, we are live. I just saw someone put in a comment, is this live now? It is live. There goes Cranston Fire. Folks, you're watching Cranston PD Live. It's 8:25. Thursday night share that you're watching. It is Juan with Sergeant Corvesi. Folks, on this Thursday night, again, if you miss any of the episodes, they're all posted on this Facebook page. You can check them out. Thank you for the stars, folks. And thank you. You can put your city that you're watching. Hello to everybody in Newport. I went in Woonsocket tonight. I see Bristol, Portsmouth. And remember, if you type in someone's name, that should notify them that they could tune in. Let's see how this ends up with Sergeant Corvesi.
Sometimes the technology doesn't always cooperate. Here we go.
Printed, not like the old days of writing them
High-tech
out.
printing.
That's running off.
10-3, thank you.
All right, now let's go follow.
Alright, so you have a violation for the traffic light, alright? You could go to the court date, that's on enumerated on the back of it, okay? At the bottom is court date, or you can pay it, okay? It's not a crazy offense, it's just because it was a moving violation and because there's been a lot of issues lately over there, okay?
So if if I was to pay it
Yes, sir.
versus going to court,
Yeah.
what's the difference?
So if you pay it, it would just say that it was paid and that you know, admitted to it. Or if you go to court, you can obviously go against it.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I don't want to
All right.
That was stupid.
No worries. All right. Have a good night, sir.
All right, folks, that we'll hear again a summation from the sergeant.
Steal that from me. S1110-8.
Careful, Sergeant.
Folks, again, remember, if you type in someone's name, it should notify them. It can come up. So we'll ask the sergeant, what was the end result of this?
So he was very receptive and understanding. He admitted that he shouldn't have went through the light, and hopefully that changes his driving behavior and makes him more aware of maybe his surroundings and how he's driving. Like I said, it wasn't extremely egregious. He wasn't like driving in the opposite lane, going all over the road. However, I don't know if he was distracting the vehicle at the time or not, or just trying to push it. But those are how the accidents occur, with the mindless moving traffic violations. But, at the end he said thank you. And that's the goal,
That's right.
Go out. It's not gonna always happen, that's for sure. But just try to treat people with respect, and, at the end of the day, I'm just doing my job. Job that I love. But.
Can you open the Sally Port, please?
Is that a tip for motorists, maybe at the end of some kind of a stop, if they just very genuinely say thank you, officer?
It goes a long way. The behavior in the stop, even if somebody gets a citation, I'm not saying every officer is going to go to court and say, hey, just because you were behaving well, we're going to, we'll have you plea or make a deal with you in court with fines or whatnot. But it goes a long way. If I recollect that somebody was, nice or, very
Cordial.
Cordial and compliant and not giving any issue, I'm more apt to work with them during a court appearance than I wouldn't be. Now, if somebody's on the other end of the spectrum, that I can 99.9% bet against it.
What percentage would you say how that breaks out?
For people who are more cordial?
Yeah.
A lot more than people you would expect. I would say a lot of people are more cordial. But then you definitely get your few people out there that that just can't be that way, and deal with it accordingly. Can't please everyone.
How much does it help if people have their license and registration ready when you
It makes it a lot easier, and it's one less concern when you see somebody reaching around the car when you stop them and they're making furtive movements or acting suspiciously. So it kind of, during a traffic stop and during domestic violence calls, not saying that we're not alert at all times, but those are more of a heightened alert type of calls, and because you never know how they can go, what the outcome will be. and just having somebody that's more compliant and that they have their hands visible, they have their stuff ready, they're not reaching around the car, they're not doing anything suspicious. You know?
Hands in pockets.
Yes, exactly. And it helps a lot. Or if they have tinted windows, like roll your windows down.
You approached a vehicle, they have tinted windows, and they don't put the window down?
Yeah, I'll have the person. There's a case law. It's called Pennsylvania versus Mims. A lot of people don't understand this, but the police have the right to ask you out of your vehicle at any time during a traffic stop. If they ever, if I felt I was in an unsafe position, I would, my safety is very paramount. So I would just ask them out of the vehicle and speak to them at the rear of the vehicle. Nothing wrong with that. You'll see down south and a lot across the country, some departments, although it's a weird technique, that they'll have the motorist step out of the vehicle and sit in their police vehicle with them.
Wow. In the vehicle or on the vehicle?
Yeah, right in the passenger seat.
Oh.
So it happens a lot down south and throughout the Midwest. It's a different technique. It's not taught in this state. It's just, I think it's a little weird, but
What is the benefit of that?
I wish maybe just getting the person to relax so you can conduct an interview with them to further the stop if they seem suspicious or if you have reasonable suspicion that something else is going on. One of our canine gentlemen, they're all tonight.
Great. Canines play a big role with Cranston.
Oh yeah, yes.
With law enforcement.
Yes, they do a great job. It's that's a very tough job. A lot of people don't understand the amount of work that goes into training and maintaining a canine and just keeping it going. It's a lot of work. And then you grow, you grow close to the dog and you grow attached.
Yeah.
It's very, very tough. It's a very tough dog. Very.
I know. I think one is Zeus, right?
Yep.
And there's more than one canine, or is it?
We got Zeus, we got Riken, and Canine O'Donnell's dog. I'm drawing a blank right now.
You'll think of it.
Czar. Sorry.
Czar.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. We covered them during the fugitives.
Yes.
Now, is there one canine working tonight?
There's two tonight.
Two tonight.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Sergeant Bruno and we have Officer Bagshaw out there too. So if something goes or we have somebody on the run, we're ready to go. Let's see.
That's nice.
That's nice.
Does the dynamic change when the
G51
canine gets
Charles
involved?
Robert, 248, Cranston Street, Route 10.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see what that is. Cranston Street, Route 10, right down the street. It's one of the canines on the stop. Actually, speaking of the devil. Yeah, canines play a whole different dynamic comes into a situation, especially if we're out looking for somebody. That's game's on at that point.
Oh.
And those dogs don't stop. S11 to S9.
This side.
You all set over there, sir?
That's right.
10-4. Says he's all set with the vehicle. Crazy how much of a good luck charm you are.
Hey, police on patrol act as a deterrent. It's all part of the process. Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. It's Thursday night, January 5th, with Sergeant Cordesi. Appreciate that you are watching. Shout out to
1029, please. Place's number.
Shout out to Mystic, Connecticut police that are watching tonight.
371-555. 371-555.
So Boston police are watching tonight.
371-555.
Quincy.
I think we're missing a digit. It's not on file. You got 4 5s. Definitely still there.
Folks, remember, if you miss any episodes, you can go right on this Facebook page, and they're all right there on demand.
You 1029. He's negative. Okay.
Right in front of, a couple hours ago, we had arrested 2 people right in front of the station.
Oh,
We went to a road rage right in front of the station.
wow.
You know?
You guys drive over or just walk out the front door?
Oh, we just walked out the
Walked
door.
over.
Yeah.
Ooh. What should people do if they see a road rage incident or if someone's...
This side, sorry.
Call to report it. Advise on the location.
That's,
If,
that's right. That's right.
if you can, the vehicle description and plates involved. But yeah, don't go out of your way to do vigilante justice or anything like that, because oftentimes those people are just heated. Everybody knows when you're involved in and I'm guilty sometimes when I see a bad driver or something, it just irks me. Especially, if I'm driving and I have kids in the car and I get cut off, it irks me, but it's not worth the headaches of the ensuing, what can ensue and follow. It's just really not. And you never know if somebody's armed, what their mental state is, or what's going on. Just do the responsible thing, report it, let us locate it, and we will investigate it. And if it's just a verbal argument that these people can be sent on their separate ways, we'll do that. Or if it needs to lead to an arrest, we'll go that way like you did earlier today.
Well, do we know what the road rage incident was over?
Yeah, somebody got cut off.
Wow.
Somebody got cut off, and then they got out of the car. One person got out of the car and went up to another vehicle and forcefully pushed one of the doors until causing the airbags to deploy.
Oh.
But the other person was also spitting at the person. So there's different, just something that should never happened, or something so minuscule.
Right.
That's now going to lead to 2 people,
Escalating.
Yeah, exactly. Spending time at the police station and then having court dates in the future.
Wow. Did that get called in? Did somebody just noticed out the window?
Yeah, they got called in. They said right out front, and me, my lieutenant, and a couple other guys. It was just right at the beginning of the shift. We just walked right out front.
Wow.
So it didn't take long to respond.
And people do go to the police station all hours of the night.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
oh yes. There's a lot of traffic that comes in and out of the police station all day long. All day long.
But at night, your lobby is open 24/7.
Yes. Yep.
People walk in and they pick up the phone and call in a complaint.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All night long.
Wow.
All night long.
So 3 o'clock in the morning, sometimes somebody's walking into the lobby.
Yep. Yep. Gotta be alert too, because you never know what they're thinking. And trust me, the lobby was my post for a little bit,
Wow.
which contains the lobby, Cranston Street, and that that area, the plaza. It's a very busy area, and yeah, come across some very, very different calls there.
Yeah. Is it they prefer to just go in to make the complaint instead of just calling the police?
I think it's different. Some people feel as though they need to come to the police station, and I think some people just don't understand. They probably don't have the police contact every single day, so they wouldn't know.
Right.
But they, you call us to your house. It's the same thing. Regardless, we're going to respond.
Again, it's Thursday night. You're watching Cranston PD Live. Thursday night, January 5th. Happy New Year, one and all. It is Juan. We are riding Sergeant Cordesi, Cranston, Rhode Island. Right now we're on Reservoir Avenue. Please share that you are watching. If you want to tip off one of your friends, just type in their name. Shout out to the Toms River Police Department, New Jersey. Also, Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Sharon, Massachusetts. Miami-Dade.
I actually had to help Miami Beach police out earlier this evening.
Oh.
4-4. 204.
Can you put me en route to 172 Woodbine Street, Pawtucket, for a G9 time?
Also had to work with Pennsylvania State Police today.
Oh.
Yeah.
How often is that Sergeant Cordesi is dealing with police departments in other parts of the country?
Often, we sometimes, like, for example, we had a stolen vehicle that was recovered in Cranston, but it was stolen out of Pennsylvania. So that was, we had to work with them because the vehicle is now, and it was a very expensive vehicle, is now in Rhode Island, and they needed information in regards to how to get that vehicle back to its rightful owner. Also, they need information for their own charging purposes or for their own investigation. So, you know, we work together and try to help each other out.
That's fine.
Good touch.
Cranston again, G520619. I can't tell if it's a combination or commercial. 20619. We'll put your old right on.
Good.
How often do police get called for shoplifting situation in Garden City?
Oh, quite often.
Yeah.
Not as often as we do at Walmart, Stop and Shop, Lowe's. It's actually compared to those areas, not as often, but we do. We get called here, and you know, we do the best we can to prevent it, deter it, and solve it when it does occur. We actually had a large heist of this at the Providence time, and
207.
this earlier this year.
207.
Before the transport, can you put me over to McDonald's for a preserved meal? And open teleport, please.
Yes.
Sometimes it seems like pros come in that one person distracts the clerk and the other
Yeah.
person.
There's been a few times in my career that I've seen some breaking and enterings or large scale larcenies that were by more or less professionals. Very, very few and far between. Those are probably
Yes, it's any combination will be all set.
less than a handful, but it does occur.
That's for such.
There are smart criminals out there that, if they put their mind to something else, would probably do, you know, be very successful in professional parts of life. S11.
Good, sir.
King Long Clear G20, Garden City, Shopping Plaza.
That's for such.
It's one of our canine units. Canine bag shot.
Yeah. Okay. Whoa.
A lot of drug activity occurs over here. I'm sure it's not happening with the
Canine right there.
Just another way that we monitor and deter activity over here, you know. S11.
That's 11.
Can you loud and clear another G20 101 to London?
That's 11.
Just want to mention more details have come out regarding that Idaho murders, the murder suspect. Boy, talk about law enforcement. The police were on him almost right away, and then tracking the vehicle. And then he had been stopped and tracking his cell phone. Really amazing.
Yeah, it's very a great collective work.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it took a little time, but cases like that you don't want to mess up, so you want to get all the details correct, and all the evidence together. And I'm sure they're still investigating. They're still going to continue to make sure that this guy's proven beyond a reasonable doubt, and gets his proper sentence.
So he carried, apparently, according to the affidavit, a sheath would carry the knife. He left that behind, probably by accident. They caught DNA off of that. Wow.
It's a good police work by them. Good investigation. And it's just another way to show that they didn't leave any stone uncovered.
No.
Especially with the DNA and I believe they did it through like a genealogy type of thing.
Yep.
It's just shows how advanced the world is becoming.
It is.
How advanced law enforcement is becoming.
A lot of people were seemingly frustrated. They felt the police should be giving out more information, but that's part of it. The police can't give out more information.
No, you don't want to divulge information that's going to sacrifice a case.
He was carefully monitoring
and I'm
what
sure
was out there.
They wanted to give information because you want to give information to keep everybody apprised of the situation and to show that there's no threat out there. However, it's not worth it to kill a case down like that if you're going to give information out. Sometimes things need to remain confidential for for the success of the case and have a successful outcome.
Tracked him to Pennsylvania from Idaho. And again, shout out to we have a number of people that watch Cranston PD Live in Idaho as well on this Thursday night. Folks, again, it's the first week, actually the first episode, I should say, of 2023. What area is this, Sergeant, for people?
So this is, we just left like the Woodridge area, coming up to the Arlington area. And to the left, actually, what was the left? It's the Knightsville area. I'll take a ride down to Knightsville.
Two zero seven.
Heading from that back on the transport. Give me the sign for it, please.
This is the site of the famous St. Mary's Feast.
Yeah.
What is it like the weekend of the feast?
The whole week is just busy, very, very busy. Numerous arrests, and it's like it's all hands on deck police approach because of the public safety issue that is that it brings.
You get thousands of people coming.
Oh yeah, it takes up these whole blocks. The Sunday night is just very, very busy, but it's good. It makes time go by fast. It's like I said, very busy. A lot of stuff happens. A lot of fights. A lot of intoxicated. Crimes that you would associate with people becoming intoxicated.
that a lot of times people from other parts of the state that maybe come in and get in trouble?
Most of the time, the people that get arrested are not even from the city. They just come in and, stuff happens and they get themselves into a jam. But we do a great job of deterring that, to the best we can.
Have
with
a
the
presence.
Amount of people, with the amount of people out there, and there's a lot of other things that we have to take into consideration. With thousands and thousands of people that show up to that, during the weekend. You always have other worries in the back of your head of other things that could happen that you try to, prepare for it or just think about. Everything's safety.
It's coming up 9 o'clock in the East. It's Thursday night. It is January 5th. You're watching Cranston PD Live, and once again it is Juan. We are riding alongside Sergeant Corvesi. Please share that you are watching. Again, we are in Cranston, Rhode Island. And Cranston, situated by neighboring cities of Warwick, Providence, Johnston, Coventry, and West Warwick.
Yes.
Yep.
And Providence, right?
And Providence. Yep.
Wonder if the Irish guys back over here.
That's right. Whether or not they let him back into McShaw's, it was quite a night. People overserved can cause disturbances.
Yes, absolutely. Was that Christmas Eve? Or a couple nights before Christmas?
Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I know it by the episodes. I believe that was episode 6. And people were asking about the shooting on Smith Street. That's in the Edgewood section of the city.
Yes.
Yeah. That was, folks, the night before Thanksgiving.
That was right after the first episode.
Yes. As a former football player, what was your reaction to the Buffalo Bills player from Monday night?
Oh, it's very, very sad. You don't want to see that happen to anyone.
Yeah.
It's very rare from what
It
I read.
is. Now it sounds like it was a total fluke
Yeah.
type of, at the exact millisecond,
Yeah, it's very sad.
got hit.
Obviously everybody first thinks, a traumatic brain injury or something like that.
Right.
Neck injury. But it's sad. You don't want to see him. But he's still young. He's still, living his dream. You go out, live your dream, and then you get into a freak accident where.
He seems to be breathing, communicating. He asked who won the game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Transporting one adult male, API, starting mileage 82258.
But again, you don't want to see that happen anyway.
Careful. At 2101.
Curious to see what happens with that game and how the NFL decides to. So that was a very important game.
It was.
hanging back here. So.
Oh.
Recently, there was a gentleman staying back here in a tent, a homeless gentleman, and I believe he had somebody else with him as well. And he brought a gas heater back here.
Oh boy.
And he lit it, ended up everything catching on fire. So,
Whoa.
as you can imagine, it's a business, Lowe's,
Right.
big business.
Wow.
Was concerned with that being this close. But I think they relocated.
The encampments sometimes can become victims of crime.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. They can become victims. Sometimes you'll see them committing crimes of opportunity in this area. Recently, he identified a homeless subject that was going into cars in that plaza over there and stealing credit cards and stuff like that of cars that were left open.
Then you also have Harrington Hall, the state's largest men's shelter, very transient.
Yes, very transient. There's a large population of registered sex offenders that live there that we have to keep tabs on. And our special victims unit does a great job of that, but it's also a very big task for them, as you could imagine, to stay on, make sure they're in compliance.
Right.
And if they're not in compliance, then, drafting warrants and ensuring that, they're held to the highest accountability.
That seems like something the Cranston police have to consistently stay on top of.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a lot that goes into that, and even preparing for the offender's release back into society. There's a lot that goes into it, especially with like community notifications and so forth. You want everybody to be aware, depending on the level of the sex offender and when the crime was committed.
It's Thursday night. It is January 5th. Happy New Year, one and all. It is Juan. We're watching Cranston PD Live. This is episode 9. We are riding along with Sergeant Corvasi. To share that you are watching, you can type in someone's name, and they should get notified. And again, if you want to catch up the way some people have, binge watching, as I heard from some people on New Year's Day and the day after, I want to say good evening to Dawn, who did I think she binge watched all 8 episodes New Year's Day and the day after. That's 16 hours. It's a lot. But we'd like to hear that. Now on New Year's Eve, when we had the ex that stopped by the house, he kept nervously putting his hands in his pockets.
Yeah.
That can be a problem for him.
Yeah, so hands, being able to see the hands is a safety for us. It assures that they're not armed, and they're not reaching for anything, and unknown what he could have held in his pockets or whatnot.
279 Smith
So,
Street,
we just
1050 J1.
You heard Smith Street, you got excited, didn't
that's
you?
right.
That's just somebody hit a parked car.
Smith Street.
Super.
So your ears perk up.
Good free. Benvenuti da Genova.
Those that missed it, that was episode 2. That was one of those situations you never know what you are walking into. It turned into a gun battle on the street. I also want to remind people today that guy was sentenced 60 years in 2019. He shot that Providence police officer.
Also, Matt McGloin and John Smith.
That's right.
Both awesome guys.
Wow.
Very good cops. And,
Do you remember the day that happened?
I remember it happening. I know both of them.
Oh.
Both are really good cops. Both, they do their job exceptionally well. And it's just, thank God.
He had the vest.
He had the vest on, thank God. I've had the it's an unfortunate pleasure to go to Police Memorial Week down in Washington D.C.
Oh.
I have actually went with the officer involved. I've met him
wow.
down there, Matt McGloin, and when they do the candlelight vigil and they read the names of the officers killed in the line of duty, it's one of the most tear-jerking, things that with the families are there, and it's just you never want to see that happen. So that kid got what he deserved. He probably should have got more, but 40 years is a hefty sentence.
Oh. And it was just the randomness of it.
Yeah.
It was just coming out of a Family Dollar, which are everywhere now.
That year, 2019, policing was very, very busy. I remember statistically, like arrests were through the roof, incidents were through the roof. It was just a very, very busy year. And then obviously COVID happened, slowed everything down. Knocked everybody in their tracks, and then some.
'21 was seemingly a busy year.
Yeah, 21 was very busy. The year of 2020 was also busy with larger scale incidents like the riots and whatnot.
Right.
I would say there were probably less incidents, but more that were larger scale.
Oh. You working the night the word went out to lock down Garden City because they were going to target Garden City?
Yep.
That was the Tuesday after the riot was Monday night into Tuesday morning. So that was Tuesday night, I believe. Yeah.
We were not letting anything happen.
Wow.
That was for sure.
That was a scary time.
Yeah. And never. A lot of people I spoke to that have been on this department for a long time have never had to experience a full wide department callback.
How?
But we held it down and had it under control. We're gonna come down to the Edgewood section because Cranston Street and the Arlington area and the area near Providence, which is the borderline of Silver Lake, and it just seems we'll dial it back tonight.
Well, they see that Juan is on patrol.
Yes.
Folks, you're watching Cranston PD Live.
No less than, I will say, not even 120 seconds after I dropped you off the other night, that
That was New Year's Eve.
everybody must have turned their computers off.
There was suddenly an uptick.
Yes.
Folks, Thursday night, we were on Park Avenue coming up to the intersection of Park Avenue and Warwick Avenue.
Hey,
This is now Broad Street.
1 Edward X-ray 446, the silver Camry, the Dyer right by the station, please. Definitely.
I would
So,
even go on out on a limb and say that
Definitely.
with the implementation of the flock camera system that we received,
Yep.
the solvability rate has increased, and I think it serves as a huge deterrent for criminal activity.
Oh,
I
good.
really believe that.
Yep. Good.
Good, Sam.
Any mileage 82264, and I'll be coming.
2150.
It's better for quality of life,
Yes, yes.
families, businesses. It's great technology. It's a great tool for law enforcement.
So this gas station, believe it or not, half of it is in the city of Cranston, half of it's in Providence.
That's right.
There's the Providence unit right there.
Folks, this is Narragansett Boulevard. The old shipyard. We have the Johnson and Wales students down here.
Yep. Yeah, they are. I don't believe they're in session right now. Actually, they do
Okay.
trimesters, so
Right.
they
Hey,
actually
also.
won't be in session.
8 reporting also.
Cranston Hilton. Colonial Hilton. I think when they first moved in there, a number of the students were victims of crime, but it sounds like J&W security really got on top of that.
Yeah, we rarely get called over to the dormitory section.
Good. Hear from a number of Cranston residents they love watching their city patrolled and kept safe.
Yeah. We keep it safe.
Well, high expectations in Cranston. Residents expect to be remain safe.
We don't fall short of that. And like I said, I've said it before. A lot of us, majority of us, live in Cranston.
Yep.
Take a lot of pride in our city.
Some people ask, what can they do to keep their neighborhoods safe? Who's a good how can they be a good resident?
Pay attention to who lives around you. I'm not saying write down their plates and names and stuff like that, but just keep a watchful eye out. And then if you see somebody that appears to be suspicious, or they're not known to the area, and maybe they're going from walking behind houses or whatnot, something to that effect, call us and let us investigate. Keep the neighborhood clean. That's a big thing. You keep your area clean, and your neighbors keep their area clean.
Yep.
That's just going to make the neighborhood even nicer, or maintain it. And it will raise your property value, so
That's right.
that will. Everybody wants that. I think the residents of Cranston do a great job already.
We have Sharon, who's a Cranston resident, said if she wants to talk to police, should she approach them when she sees them in a neighborhood, or should she go to the station?
Oh, you can do either or. Wave us down, say hi, whatever's easier.
We've talked about in the past. Police don't mind if someone waves to them or gives them the thumbs up. Or...
Just make it known, because sometimes if they're, delineate if you're just waving to say hi or waving us down because you need us.
Right.
So there's been times where somebody will wave and I wave back, and then I drive because sometimes I didn't realize that they were actually trying to wave me down. But yeah, just, stop, say hi, introduce yourself. That's all about, it's what community policing is about. That's how we get to learn the neighborhood. We learn the business owners, and most of the businesses I go to, if I go somewhere for whatever, stop in and eat or whatnot. I know the business owners. I say hi. They know me by first name. They probably have my phone number.
That's another element of people may not live in the city, but they have a business that they own.
Yeah, like Sonia, right? The owner, Ara.
Yes.
Great guy. If he sees something suspicious, he'll text me or call, and you know, we keep it's community policing. You work together with the community to rectify the issues of the community. Because we don't have all the answers, contrary to popular belief. Even though my kids probably think I do, we do not have all the answers.
And police can't be everywhere.
We cannot. You know, if you work together, that's how you get the job done.
I believe in that Idaho affidavit, it was a security guard at Washington State University that flagged the police about that white Elantra that was on the campus.
Yeah. So that just, again, shows you the
Does.
community and
Yep.
police and all resources working together, you know, to mitigate issues to better the community.
Eight to the. Right. Beautiful. Chief Lodge, Reservoir backwards. 1 out of 182. Yes.
So parking lots, like gas station parking lots, a lot of people like to loiter in these parking lots and sit with no apparent purpose or sit and wait to complete drug transactions. So that's why I kind of monitor these areas.
Yeah.
It's easier to blend in when people are coming and going. Hopefully nobody's doing drugs tonight in the city of Cranston. Everybody's home watching one.
Good. What about house breaks? When do they mostly occur? During the day or at nighttime?
During the day. During the day, I would say it's more during the day when the residents aren't home. Because the people doing them, they don't want to get caught. You know. But again, those are also few and far between. With the implementation of house cameras and technology, security systems, those have definitely
That's right. More of those.
Served as deterrents. And when you do have them occurring, generally it's the same person or group completing them when they happen around the same time in the same area.
So a group will hit an area?
Yeah. Or,
3
unfortunately, you'll see most times people that do those are having substance abuse issues and doing it so they can get goods to sell or pawn off so they can get the substance before they go into withdrawals.
Wow. Or they just want to find cash.
Yes. So cash, yeah. Same thing with the Cadillac converter
That's
thefts.
right. That's become a huge problem.
Yes.
They move very quickly.
Yeah, they also, I know they moved for legislation to have harsher penalties for the people who accept the Cadillac converters. Like a couple of weeks ago, I was working the overnight shift. We had guy got caught in the act trying to saw our catalytic converter off.
Whoa. Is that by like a homeowner or a parking lot? Or?
That was by the resident in one of the apartments. He heard the saw going off.
Wow.
Two 10. Could you head for the area of Phoenix and Molly for a vehicle all over the road, described as a white Mercedes sedan, mass tags 2 Adam King Lincoln 43. It started on Route 37. Apparently nearly struck a trooper and a DOT truck on a detail. And can you stop that way?
S11, I'll be floating that way. State police following that vehicle.
It's a citizen.
Temple.
The vehicle's now Hope at Pippin Orchard.
Pretty distant away, but we'll head that way. See if we can get out up there.
Be advised that vehicle. Be advised that vehicle is now stopped. Pippin Orchard and Hope.
We'll try to get this vehicle stopped before it hits another jurisdiction. Sounds like it's going towards outbound, towards Situate. That's the west side of the city. It's pretty far out there, but there's a few area officers out there. Beat officers are out there.
Folks, share that you are watching.
That's 11-210. I'll take this one down right now.
Okay.
12 of you heading that way as well. Traffic.
10, go to 3. That's 11-210.
Come on, great.
Yeah, just heads up like that, 10-12.
Negative. The caller disconnected.
Alright, well, you want to just move out to situated.
The vehicle is stopped at that location, and the caller has the keys and is standing by.
Alright, 10-4. Possibly an intoxicated operator. The caller has the vehicle stopped and took the keys from the operator.
Oh. Folks, here that you're watching is Cranston PD Live.
Janitor.
K92.
Alright, put me out with it. I got several cars up here.
Yes, sir.
That's 11. I'll be pulling up in a second.
Yes, sir.
K92 code 4.
K92 is reporting code 4. Pippin Orchard and Hope.
Folks, here that you're watching it is Ron, Cranston PD Live.
Oh my God, is this is one? My first citizen's arrest. I didn't make an arrest, but
What's up, buddy? Come over, step out of the car.
wow.
Step out of the car for me. Come over here. Step out of the car. Come over here. No, come over here. No, come here. Come here. I'm trying to figure something out. I want to see if you're alright. Come here. Come on, I gotta get you out of the car. Come with me. Come over here.
So where did he hit the passenger? Where did you say?
Come here.
So the passenger side.
Yeah.
So you know Phoenix Ave. There's like a child play center right there.
That's 11. The beat
Yeah, you know that
correspondent.
shop corner with the little bridge. Right there, and then the stop sign.
Come over here.
The stop sign right in the four-way intersection. He might have clipped something there.
Okay.
He clipped a couple different like sides of the road and stuff like that.
Come over
He
here.
was going on head on
over
with
here.
a truck
Come
right
over here.
here.
Come to the back of the car.
No. Come here. Yeah, hold my hand. You can go hold my hand if you want. Come on. Come to the back of the car.
Wanna go? This way.
Come here, buddy. You're pulling over. Come on. To the back of the car. I'm gonna bring you over.
Right? He just kept on. It started getting worse and worse. So. Luckily,
Look at. Come here.
I noticed it on this 37.
No. I know.
He almost went right into the back of the DOT.
Okay. Look at.
211 to S11. I was going from a distance. Do you still maybe up there?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
Come here. Let me see your eyes. Look at. Come here. Come here. Can you pay attention? Can you come in? Can you pay attention? Sir, can you come with me over here? I need you to come over here, sir. Strong order. I need you to come over here, please. Can you do me a favor? Can you come over here? What's your name? What's your name?
I was so scared. He kept on going head on when people started flashing at lights.
How much did you drink?
Like a long, like
Was he
right on
talking
that.
to you at all?
Huh?
Was he understanding you when you were talking to him, or just completely out of it?
I just said he just kept on doing that same thing.
How much did you drink?
clapping.
Yeah, but he let me open his door. As soon as I did, I ripped his keys out of his ignition. So he did stop. I think he thought I was a cop at first. I said, I'm not over
much did you drink?
I drank. Tell me.
Yep.
I done.
Yep.
Tell me.
Can you grab a statement from this gentleman?
Tell me.
Come over here. Come over here. I'm gonna have you come stand over here. Come here. Give your hands. Give your hands. Give your hands. Look up your head for a second.
204.
Right over here.
51 Wilson Street.
Folks, share that you're watching Cranston PD Live.
Can you call your daughter? What's your name?
Tony.
Lee? Lee?
Lee, Tony.
Yeah, because you can't. Have him go. Yeah. Over here.
Folks, again, you're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan. Share that you're watching. Thank you for the stars, folks, on this Thursday night. I'm going to let the story speak for itself. If you appreciate our live stream coverage, you can send stars. Folks, 9:45. It is 1. You're watching Cranston PD Live. Comes another police officer.
Somebody was following him all over the road. Rush stop. Thank you.
You spotted him.
Yeah, on 37.
Oh. 37?
Yeah, he. So what I witnessed, I was just coming home from UPS, and on 37, DOT had a big vehicle with an arrow pointed. He was the only car that went almost right into it, and then he started going off to the side. Then he went on like to the right side. He took off. I was held at the light at the end of 37. Then all of a sudden, I met back up with him on Phoenix Ave. He had his hazard lights on. I was like, what the hell? I guess I'm right. This guy's messed up. If you need a clearer one, kind of shooken, I can come by and do whatever you guys need. But then the hazard lights on. He's on the wrong side of the road. Starts hitting different objects, like skimming the telephone, skimming the curb, skimming a mailbox. So finally, he comes on this side of the road. There's a truck coming down this way. I'm flashing it so that guy would slow down, knowing that this guy's on the wrong side of the road. That guy blocks him in here. I pulled up here so he couldn't get out. I jumped in, opened the door, took the keys out.
Wow.
Luckily, he didn't take off, but I couldn't watch him kill himself or someone else, you know. Too much of that. We got to start the year off right.
Mailbox, telephone,
Pole.
Where did he hit the pole?
I'm thinking like I was sort of
Like Phoenix, on Phoenix?
yeah, somewhere between Phoenix, between that child care, that corner and the this major intersection right there. What's up? I'm thinking that's where he mostly did this damage. With that telephone pole, all that stuff.
Folks, you can see his
No, he wasn't
the
dead.
side mirror.
Other times he looks like he was going to go head on, and then he turned right at the last second. Yeah, he blew his tire, everything. But luckily he had his door open, and this guy was a big truck. He stayed right there. I pulled right here, and he couldn't fit through. Just jumped right in. You got to take one for the team sometime, right?
Good thing you grabbed the keys.
Yeah.
It's a good citizen in action.
Try, right? Got to do our part.
You enjoy One After Dark?
I love it. Love it. I saw you. I said, no way. This is crazy. Love it.
Good thing you followed him.
I'm just glad I'm on the... Yes.
Yes.
I didn't give up. And you know what? I didn't want to get too aggressive because you don't want him to start speeding. Believe it or not, the guy had his hazard lights on.
Here comes a rescue and a medical treatment.
Yeah, he had no idea where he was. He has no idea. He don't live out here.
He's behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Oops, here they come.
This could have ended, you know, another high school kid. Who knows, right?
All right, I'm just gonna have you guys back up over here because we're gonna tow this.
All right.
Let's see. Folks, we're going to come over to this side. Again, it's Cranston PD Live. Folks, it's Juan on the scene. You could see that was a heads-up motorist. Pulled him over. Folks, again, you're watching live coverage. It's Juan, Cranston PD Live. This white vehicle is the one in question. You're watching Cranston Police and Cranston Fire and First Responder Rescue. We'll get the name of that citizen that jumped into action. That was a big-time move. If you're enjoying our live stream coverage, folks, you could, if everyone watching sent 200 stars, we would meet our metrics for Facebook. Again, it is Thursday night. We are Cranston PD Live. We are a heads-up citizen pulled the keys out of the vehicle of this white Mercedes you're seeing right here, and they're going to take him away. Is Sergeant Carvesi right there. Folks, and there he goes, the driver.
This gentleman's highly intoxicated. He's couldn't even function properly, and he's going to the hospital right now. He's going to be in custody, and we're going to be towing his vehicle. So, example of what I had mentioned earlier about just following the vehicle, calling us, or getting a plate description and let us. Unfortunately, his driving was so erratic that a citizen had to try to block him in to stop him from moving.
Can I ask now, what's your name?
Troy Parmentier.
Want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my wife Aubrey. I'm coming home safe. Let's go.
It was a big time move. Thumbs up for him.
One for the team.
Wow, that was big time. Could have gone a lot of different ways.
I was stopping that car one way or another before he hit someone. You know?
He seemed intoxicated.
Oh, he was bad. I don't think he knew it. Not only he wasn't going home. He was just going deeper into the dock, and this isn't good out here because it's dark out here.
Folks, again, we're going to pull up on this side.
You know what the craziest thing is you never know what kind of story you have. Like, this is the best result, but what could have happened, and that's what gives you the ambition to stop something. You know, we could be covering a whole different story right now. Like I said, you almost went into the back of the state trooper car, the DOT on 37.
Good thing you followed him.
Yeah.
You took the keys right out of his car.
I opened it up. He was trying to like stop like this. I went, put it in park because it was in drive, took the keys, and then kept the door pinned shut so he wouldn't get out.
Heads up.
All right, these guys got it under control. We're gonna head out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's gonna be coming. Oh, he's actually gonna be going to the hospital in custody. He's way beyond the appears to be way beyond the legal limit. So first we want to get him checked out to ensure there's no medical issues going on. Like I said, once we arrest somebody or place our hands on them or deal with them, we own them, and we'll go from there.
Nice job, Troy.
No problem, sir. Thank you.
Folks, again, it is Juan Shea that you're watching. Wow.
That's 11.
That's 11.
207, 210, and 212 are on scene still. Everyone else 10-8, including myself.
That's 12.
Flag registry, assumption.
That's 2159.
So that gentleman, he was driving, being followed by citizens. They had to find a way to prevent him from driving any further because he was so all over the road and causing issues with an erratic operation, putting the lives and safety of others in danger. Obviously, I tried to speak with him. He was completely inebriated, incoherent. He had a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage emanating from his breath as he spoke, and his eyes were extremely watery and appeared to be, his eyelids were very heavy and drowsy too. So based on those observations, along with his alleged driving and what the citizens had to do to prevent him from driving any further, he was taken into custody for suspicion of DUI. Usually, as you've seen before, that we would put them through the standardized field sobriety test, but he wasn't even able to function. There was an unopened bottle of Courvoisier in the back seat, and the front had a canister that kind of smelled like
On your way
alcohol.
back, can you check for a loose door parked at Wellington?
But obviously, there's something going on to cause his driving like that.
Oh. Citizen Troy followed him from 37.
Yep.
It's hard to believe he was behind the wheel of a vehicle.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Pretty wild. Glad nobody got hurt though. That's the main concern.
What will happen to him now?
So he's going to go to the hospital in police custody. Officers are going to attempt to read him his hospital rights and try to attempt to perform a blood test on him. I'll be honest, if he is the way he is at the hospital, it doesn't look like that's going to be able to happen, because he is, again, well beyond, he's unable to function at this time. So he'll remain in police custody pending an arraignment.
7, can you give me a quote?
Be arraigned at the hospital or then transported to the station?
So in that, he's not able to be arraigned in that type of condition, because he's not understanding his his basic rights or anything like that. So he will probably stay detox, stay under observation, and then go to court tomorrow.
Frightening that someone in that seeming condition is behind the wheel of a vehicle. Folks, again, Cranston PD Live, share that you're watching.
And it's unfortunate, because we try to do those standardized field sobriety tests to really gauge the operator's level of intoxication. Believe it or not, in court it's hard to prove beyond reasonable doubt the level of intoxication of a subject just based off of the observation, without any standardized field sobriety test or breath testing or chemical testing, if you will. But unfortunately, his level is well beyond, appears to be well beyond what he should be. And I only say appears because we don't have any results of a chemical test, a blood test, or anything like that. So.
He seemed to have trouble staying on his feet or even sitting up.
Yeah. Yep.
Doesn't appear that he lives in that area.
He had an out-of-state driver's license, so I'm not sure where exactly he is from.
Yeah.
And he was understanding some of the things I was saying, because I asked him if he drank, and he shook his head yes. But he didn't. Well, I mean, again, he was pretty inebriated, so I don't know if he spoke English or not. He was kind of nonverbal and just shaking his head. But that type of level, or it's not good.
You need a number on this? Yeah, I'll take the other off.
What about the move by the citizen to remove the keys out of the car?
Great move. Absolutely great move. It's tough, because I always recommend for citizens not to put themselves in harm's way or try to avoid any contact like that, and you try to let us do it. But when it gets to that extreme circumstance, obviously on the other sid of the vehicle, the airbags have been deployed. The car was involved in an accident somewhere in the state, and it got to the point where the citizens had to follow. So
It looked like the airbag on the passenger side had been deployed.
yes.
Wow. That could have really ended badly.
Yeah. Real bad. Thankfully, nobody was hurt.
Oh.
Nobody was hurt. Nobody was killed. And hopefully, we prevented that, and hopefully,
Big time.
This will help the subject out in the future with preventing him from driving in that type of capacity.
Really unable to function.
Yeah, absolutely.
Folks, again, it's Thursday night. You're watching Cranston PD Live. It is Juan, riding with Sergeant Corvesi. Again, I hope people see the nature of it. Like at any moment, boom, something breaks loose like that.
Yeah.
And also the heads-up play by that citizen,
Yes.
Troy.
Great job.
Big fan of the program as
You know,
well.
He first thing he said was Juan.
No, but go ahead, finish that.
You know, it's just it's great for people that are so caring and concerned that they, he risked himself because that guy was so, intoxicated and driving in a terrible manner, or that he could have inadvertently, and not unbeknownst to him, because he has no idea what's going on.
No.
He could have continued his erratic operation.
Again, he seemingly, I want to recap for folks, he called 911, called the police, and then proceeded to continue to follow the vehicle.
Yep, until our response.
So heads up move.
And we had officers coming
Right.
in from all different areas, so
Yep.
we would have caught that vehicle or intercepted it.
Or it could have been a head-on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially on that road, it's very dark at night.
is.
That's Fifth and Orchard Road. It's a dark, thin, narrow road, if you will.
It's amazing with all the, heads up information, don't get behind the wheel, drive sober, get pulled over, designated driver, Uber and everything else, and you still run into a situation like that.
It's
By an adult.
yeah. Especially, like we've talked about, Uber is a very good resource to have if you're going to be drinking.
Right.
If you're going to be going out, you plan to do something like that to prevent that. And that was a nice vehicle, the Mercedes. I mean, that's not only. I mean, he probably did a lot of damage to his own vehicle.
Right. Oh. That's a quiet neighborhood too.
Yes, right. Nice quiet neighborhood. And my guess is that gentleman may have not even known where he was, to be honest.
Wow. Well, folks, this has been episode 9. Never dull with Sergeant Corvesi of Cranston PD Live. We want to thank Sergeant Corvesi. Remember, if you have questions, if you want to get a special shout out for someone, you can always message me. If you want to catch up on some of the other episodes, they're all right there on the Facebook page. We also have them posted on both YouTube and depetro.com. So on this Thursday night, January 5th, again, you've been watching Cranston PD Live, folks. Thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll update you when the next episode is going to be. Remember, drive safely out there and support your local police.